in other news, I don't know if you heard, but Blue Protocol is shutting down in Japan and will not be delocalized. It's not coming. It's over. It's Jover for Blue Protocol. It's not happening. That's a end of the project. Yep. It's sad. It's a shame. A lot of us were looking forward to it for years. But it's not, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. After 1.5 years, free-to-play online action RPG Blue Protocol anime MMO will end its service on January 18th, 2025 in Japan. And it has been, the Western release published by Amazon Games has been canceled. They said that the game will continue to receive content updates, including new stories, leading up to its final day of service. We have enjoyed a strong relationship with Amazon Games throughout the development of Blue Protocol, and both of our teams are disappointed that we will not be able to deliver the game to players around the world, said Bandai Namco Online in a statement. Blue Protocol, yeah. Oh, they actually have an announcement video. I didn't know that. Let's watch it. Oh, they have a video. What are they gonna say? Sorry. Yeah, it's a 5-minute video. Holy crap. It's really quiet. I can't hardly hear it.
皆さんこんにちは。バンダイナムコオンラインプロジェクトスカイブルーエグゼクティブプロデューサーの下岡です。今回はブループロトコルの今後についてご説明させていただきます。この度、ブループロトコルにつきましては、誠に勝手ながら2025年1月18日土曜日にサービスを終了させていただくことになりました。
Okay, there we go.
日頃からお楽しみいただいているプレイヤーの皆様には突然のお知らせとなりましたこと、深くお詫び申し上げます。
Damn. Sad music.
今回のサービス終了の理由としましては、我々の力を及ばず、
for this sudden announcement. The reason is beyond our control, and we will continue to provide a service that will satisfy everyone. We have come to the conclusion it's difficult to do so from today onwards. And we will continue to update content until January 18th, so you can enjoy the game till the end of the play period. Oh my god.
今後のスケジュールについて鈴木さんよりご説明いただきます。
はい、サービス終了に伴う調整やスケジュールをご説明させていただきます。
We'll explain the adjustments and schedule to the end of service.
優勝ローゾー部の新規購入についてです。
Regarding new purchases,
優勝ローゾー部の新規購入につきましては、
some of these are weird
8月28日に停止とさせていただきました。
Okay, well,
これにより新たに優勝ローゾー部をご購入いただくことはできなくなっております。サービス終了までの期間も引き続き衣装などの新規追加、復刻での追加を実施いたします。
Yeah, it's over.
優勝ローゾー部や無償ローゾー部は変わらずご利用いただけますが、新たに優勝ローゾー部をご購入いただくことはできませんので。
Well, I mean, I probably don't need to watch the entire video. The point is that there's not, yeah, they're just kind of repeating the same thing. And yeah, I wonder how much of it has to do with Amazon. It doesn't seem like they have directly called out Amazon, but I would not be surprised if it had something to do with that. I have zero faith in Amazon games, and I doubt anybody does. They don't exactly have a great track record of releasing amazing games. Yeah. Amazon wants that AI develop. That's, yeah. Oh, do you think maybe that was it? No. No. Because it already came out in Japan. Who knows? Amazon have games for real. They, They emphasized shame. They wanted this to be a thing, but execs destroyed it. So do you think it was Amazon that had something to do with it? Game end of service. This is because Genshin first. It filled a lot of what people were expecting from Blue Protocol. Now people don't need it. Do you think that was really a big part of the decision? Because I mean, it's not like Genshin wasn't big before they, like whenever they released it for Japan. It was already. Do you think that is just the competition being stacked? I mean, it is. Genshin keeps getting better and better. And it does fill that niche, which is pretty heavy competition for Blue Protocol. But Blue Protocol also has to compete against other really huge MMOs like WoW and FF14 that have this is why it's very difficult for any game to compete in the MMO space. These other games that are well funded and have huge player bases have content coming out regularly on schedule. And there's also the thing with MMO players, you get a little bit of a sunk cost, you know, and you get committed to a game and you're less likely to jump around. Like you're less likely to play a lot of MMOs. You might play 2 or 3. At least that's the case for most people. I wouldn't be surprised if it was something to do with Amazon though, because yeah, I heard what the Amazon Games boss said about AI. You said it has nothing to do with Amazon if it's closing in JP. Yeah, that's why I don't know if it really has that much to do with it, but I have heard people suggest. There's a big crossover between 14 WoW and Genshin players as well. Yeah, I think there might be, yeah. There's a lot of crossover between 14 and Genshin, and maybe now there's more of that bleeding over to WoW as well. I don't know much about Blue Protocol. Why are we all comparing it with Genshin? Oh, because it was a anime style MMO. Like if you look at the art style, you can see why people would compare it to Genshin a bit. Amazon is perfect for every Lex Luthor stan out there. Yeah, I heard that the boss had said that AI doesn't take work away from actors because games don't really have acting. That was a thing he said out loud with a straight face in an interview. Yeah. Ain't know what he did. He did. Yeah, he did. I'll find it for you. Actually, I have it here. Yeah, he said, asked about SAG-AFTRA strike for better AI protections. Amazon Games boss claims AI has nothing to do with taking work away from actors because for games, we don't really have acting. Yeah, he said the Lord of the Rings MMO is still early in development. Okay, well that gives me a lot of confidence in the Lord of the Rings MMO if you think that there's not acting in games. He was talking about how AI can shorten the life cycle of game development because like it makes it go faster. AI will help us streamline processes. Okay, and he said IGN asked him if he'd been monitoring the SAG-AFTRA voice actor strike. He said, I've got to be careful. We're a big company and have to deal with all those organizations, so I don't want to get in the middle of it. Then he said, when we talk about AI, first of all, hopefully it will help us to have new gameplay ideas, which has nothing to do with taking work away from anyone. Especially for games, we don't really have acting. He did. The news that video games don't have acting will surely come as a shock to SAG-AFTRA's 2,500 video game performers and the 160,000 SAG-AFTRA members who have refused to work on video games produced by the industry's major developers in support of those performers. Indeed. One could argue acting has been part of the industry for years. You think? Yeah. After voicing his opinion on AI and acting, Hartman went on to discover other areas where he thinks AI will help game development, which he says is mainly in the boring parts, such as localization. Cool, yeah. It's gonna make us translate our games into more languages, which is great for gamers, because their countries, maybe not everyone speaks perfect English, and they'd love to have it in a local language. Yeah, you don't need any real people doing localization. Just let AI do it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. You just use Google Translate, actually. Yeah. Oh man, did you ever see this? Hold up. Beep, 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 beep. If you type Lady Gaga in a Malay to Polish translation, the translation is Britney Spears. If you actually, it's to any language. From Malay to any language, you get Britney Spears. If you type, it says, the sentence, take a dirty picture for me, from English to French, is translated as, I can't read that. If you translate it back from French to English, you get, take a picture for me, slut. If you type, we really hate this company, from English to Japanese, and then you translate it back to English, it says, our company is really using Facebook. Oh, you know what? I just remembered the other thing that the Amazon boss did. Because they're working on the new Lord of the Rings Online MMO. He said it's early in development. They said it's still early. It's probably not going to be out for another 5-7 years, I'd say. I'd say maybe 5 years. But he's already made the really stupid decision to antagonize the existing Lord of the Rings online community. He told them that he wants them to move on. Yeah. This is another thing he did. Okay. Yes. He said he feels fans will move on and play their own game instead. He even went so far as to imply that the leap from the Lord of the Rings Online to Amazon's MMO will be like going from black and white movies to color. Why would you do this? Why would you say this? Yeah. Why would you do that? It's gonna be like black and white movies to color. It's just a completely different world. God. That's so condescending. And he's shooting himself in the foot. You realize this is the Lord of the Rings. This is the most dedicated Lord of the Rings MMO players that are out there. Is the ones that are playing this 17-year-old game. Okay, and you're gonna antagonize. Also, the devs for this game, Lord of the Rings Online, responded to this. And they said, they're not going anywhere, basically. Yeah, they said, yeah, this is the post. During the past few days, We've received a number of notes from excited and concerned community members about a new MMO coming to the Tolkienverse from Amazon Games. Some people asked if what this means for Lord of the Rings Online. Lord of the Rings Online is not going anywhere. Yeah, so they made a statement saying that they're not going anywhere. They've been around for 17 years and they're here to stay. But yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy and pretty stupid to do that. Lord of the Rings Online is I am concerned about the Lord of the Rings Online MMO if he doesn't think that there's acting in games. That's a huge worry. It's a huge concern. It's highly concerning to me. Yeah, not the best track record. Best case sounds like after the new one pulls in new people, they could leave and go back to the other one. That's exactly what's gonna happen because that's what happens to every Amazon MMO. It starts out with a shitload of people and a ton of hype, and then they fumble it hard because they cannot manage the game at all. That is exactly what's gonna happen. People are gonna be like, "Oh my god, Lord of the Rings Amazon MMO! Oh my god, it's so exciting!" It's gonna go to complete shit, and everyone will be like, "I can't believe that they keep getting away with this." It is a shame for Blue Protocol though to see that happen. I mean, the developers put a ton of effort into that game, and so it's sad anytime this kind of a thing happens. But yeah. New World set the bar by destroying people's graphics cards. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god. I never joined the hype train for the New World though. Yeah, I just never really pulled me in. I did play Lost Ark the first couple days. And I remember reading every quest. And people are like, "What are you doing? Why are you reading every quest? This is not the first story." That's how I do every game.